everyone. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Keep on the Shadowfell, where we apparently bear witness to a wrestling cleric of death on the cover of the adventure that everyone can see, so that's awesome. I'm Simon, Wandering DM. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Tonight I'll be playing Vishard, the Beastmaster Ranger. And with me tonight, actually, before we go into introducing everybody else, Matthew, who plays Venom, will be with us after the break. So in the meantime, we have two other wonderful players with us today. Playing Jeb Blackfist. Who are you and how are you?
I haven't really worked out Jeb a whole lot, but he knows Venom from a war that they were in a while back, so that's all I've got to go on right now. I need to talk with Venom some more about back stuff and war and whatnot, but he's a war cleric and he's here to help. And I'm excited to be here.
And playing Sprig.
Hi, I'm Manny, aka Bag of Snails, and I'm playing Sprig, the gnome scout rogue. And I'm also the local shill, here to remind you that this stream is in fact sponsored by Mage Hand Press's new setting, Dark Matter. If you want science fiction, if you love fantasy, you want the two mesh together, you want to play a space cowboy and do Nathan Fillion proud, go on over to magehandpress.com and use the code WanderingDM for 15% off the Dark Matter sourcebook.
Store.magehandpress.com.
Store.magehandpress. I'm gonna get it right.
It's all right.
Days. That's big.
Thank you for shilling.
I'm always happy to, weirdly.
That was amazing.
Yep. And our illustrious DM for the night. How are you?
Hi everybody. I'm Steven. I'm doing okay. It's been a while. It kind of feels like it's been a million years since I saw your beautiful faces.
The difference a week can make.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right? I think last time I saw you, Manny, you were in a forest, and now you're at like some villa or chateau or...
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
This is Strahd's summer home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it looked a little like Transylvania, but I didn't want to just...
Everybody's inside doing the twist, so I'm trying to keep it down.
Very cool.
Sorry, I'm such a dweeb.
I'm just wondering if when they get done with the twist, if the Monster Mash will be next.
Always.
It sort of has to.
It's legally required in Barovia.
That's why everybody there's so sullen all the time.
Yep.
Cool. So, hi everybody. We're going to try and play some Dungeons and Dragons tonight. So last time on Keep with the on the Shadowfell, I believe we explored Winterhaven a bit, and we. Oh man, I'm horrible at these. I don't even know why. I think last time we went to and discovered this dragon burial ground that was being dug up by evil cultists, and Martin was taken prisoner there, and one of our favorite bestest friends took a real hard bite from a tiny dragon, and
A very large dragon.
oh yeah,
Okay.
Huge. It's very big.
It dwarfed any cat you've ever seen.
So, somebody else do this redo.
All right.
I'm horrible at it.
So, we went into the dragon burial ground, fought our way there to save Martin. Unfortunately, our good friend Dr. Henreaper died in the... I was gonna say in the kerfuffle, in the skirmish.
was a bit of a kerfuffle for
It
me.
was.
Yeah, but I feel like it tones down the importance of that fight. With Martin in tow, we headed back to Winterhaven, where we drank our sorrows at the inn and toasted to Quentin's old character. There we met Jeb Blackfist, a fellow soldier that fought with Venin in the war, who was looking for work and heard about the problems that Winterhaven had. And that's when we heard like a warning or a cry coming from outside. We rushed out to see that a dwarf was coming in, saying that something happened to his father on the road, being attacked by kobolds. We rushed out to save him. Essentially didn't really need to, because he's a lot more powerful than we are. And he has a sweet magical hammer.
That makes explosions.
And he exploded.
I remember he missed a lot.
He missed a lot, but he did crit one kobold. And it exploded.
If I may add to your accountings,
Well, of
Simon,
course.
we've also noticed a very shady pipe-smoking elf woman pulling a Strider, pulling an Aragorn, following us around, and not talking to us. We also discovered that the Kelmvarites in the church where we sent Henry's body are actually working with the dragon cult. So, we were planning to go and deal with that issue in the morning after a nice rest.
The Kelmvarites is my favorite part of that story. Let me tell you what.
Okay.
We didn't know about them when we handed over your body.
It's just bittersweet. Just a solid ending.
But that's
I think so
what
as
happened.
well.
I can't wait to kill your resurrected corpse. Sorry, reanimated corpse.
Are there sanity checks in this? Is like Sprig gonna go insane?
I mean,
Some wisdom saves? Is that what's going on?
We can see what happens. So, also, I think as a point of order, you also had like an appointment with Lord Pedrick in the morning as well.
And we were after we saved what's his face, the totally not evil guy, Martin. He was also going to set us up to meet with Valthrun, Simon Valthrun, the sage in the tower, so that we could, because he is holding the final Dragonstone that we need to keep out of, that we know of, that we need to keep out of the hands of the Thayans. I got that right, correct?
Yeah, that's 100% correct. Super cool.
This is... Oh my god, you guys. You're not gonna believe this.
Did you finally put everything together?
No, I got really excited and then was wrong.
Oh no!
It's July, which is the 6th month, and it's the 6th day of July. And I thought this was session number 6, but it's at session number 7.
It could have been 666.
It could have been Satanic Panic for us. It's not sad. I'm sorry. I'll stop derailing.
So, I think as we begin, we see we kind of fade in on the sprawled bodies of in the morning sun, and I think we hear the heavy breathing of a dwarf standing over the bodies of these kobolds. The air is light and windy this far into the mountains, and the sun, even though it's bright, it's not very hot. The air, thankfully, is nice, but it's in a strange contrast to the brutality that you see around you. And this dwarf kind of breathes heavily, and he says, I didn't think I was going to make it. My name is Tarek Stonebeard.
Well met, Tarek.
Tarek, your son sent us. He made it to town.
Oh, thank Moradin. That's the greatest news I've heard all day.
What were you and your son doing out here?
We're just farmers. We have a potato crop up in the hills. We've noticed some things going on around kobolds. We thought the morning would be clear, that we'd take our chance and bring what we had to town, wait it out until it got better. It seems like we weren't quick enough.
Well, at least you're alive. There's a lot more that can't say the same.
I'm thankful that you were here. And he looks down at the hammer that he's holding, and it still seems to be charged with some sort of energy. In the silence of the situation, when the wind dies down, you can almost hear this humming coming from the hammer. And he looks back up at you and he says, "My adventuring days are over." He hands the hammer out and he says, "Take this."
It's dangerous to go alone.
Yeah, it's dangerous to go alone.
Are you
Especially
sure,
with
though,
all this.
this hammer saved your life?
No. You, friend, you saved my life. And for that, I owe you everything I have.
Well, are there potatoes left in the cart? Like, is the cart mobile or is it completely wrecked?
It's like over on its side, and there's several potatoes like around. It looks like his son jumped on the pony or whatnot that was carrying the wagon / cart. So he says, "I'll need some help dragging this thing to town." But he goes and he like flips over this burlap, and there's just like stacks and stacks and stacks of potatoes on the back of the cart. Do you think we can put these to use?
The town right now is actually having some kind of a food shortage, from what I hear. It appears the local lord is withholding supplies from the local gossip.
Your
That's
potatoes
good
are-
indeed.
You just start picking up potatoes and putting them in the cart as soon as I get and like try to help get it turned over, but it's like
Yeah, I'll give a hand flipping the cart over.
Yeah, he certainly heaves as well, and you're all easily able to flip the cart back over. He says, "Thank you again, friends. I didn't get everyone's name."
Oh, I'm Vishard.
Jeb. I'll extend a hand down to him.
He shakes it. His hand is large and I would say leathery, but it's not. It's almost like grasping a large rock. It encompasses your hand 2 or 3 times, and he thanks you each again. "Thank you, especially for seeing that my son was safe in town."
Sprig is gonna like grab one of the potatoes and just take a bite, and chew. And, like, okay, definitely needs to be cooked first, and then just like stick it in their pocket and say, "Out of curiosity, are there any potatoes left back at your farm?"
Well, I think there are some, but not many. We tried to get everything we could before we left, though we did hurry. We thought it was a dire situation. I brought my savings and what I had left from my adventuring days, and the 3 baskets of potatoes. and they're like large baskets as well. Not so. I mean, there's plenty of taters. Also, I hear it's bad to eat raw potatoes. It might make you queasy.
Noted.
Of all the people,
There's a reason I took a bite of them.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
pretty
Look,
sure.
I saw an opportunity to relive the glory of Kikir. I went for it.
Awesome. Did you spit out the potato, or did you? Or okay.
Yeah. Having actually bitten into a raw potato, it's not very good. So, I know from experience, Sprig would have spat it back out.
Awesome.
But
So,
my inventory now does have a potato with a bite taken out.
Is
So-
it in the bag with the rest of the?
Next time we take it out, it'll have human teeth in it.
Can't wait. It's just there's a dragon cultist mask just stuck to it. It got sticky.
Oh man, I can't wait for this. It's like the party's own Mr. Potato Head.
Oh god. No. What have I done? I've made a monster.
So he says, perhaps back to town then, before more of them come.
All right. And
I'll help him drag his cart.
I was gonna say I'll look to Venom and Jeb.
I'll push the cart from the rear, and then give up and sit on the the little railing.
So yeah, I guess Eric will push from the rear, and as you're all walking back to town, thankfully it's mostly a downhill journey. The trees begin to thin, and you begin to see the empty farmhouses that kind of surround the outer walls of the town. And he says, "I heard the Lord Protector of Winterhaven was an honorable man, but you say he's withholding from the people?"
Doesn't sound very honorable to me.
I concur, but
People did say he's been acting strangely lately. He won't even leave the manor house, apparently. I think he might be a werewolf.
Tarek just kind of gets that. He scratches his bald head. And he says, well, could be.
Sprig,
I guess anything's possible."
Yes,
I would-
Fetch?
I would love to know the leaps and bounds of logics you had to go through from not getting out of your house to being a werewolf.
Well, I mean, why would, if you were a werewolf, why would you wouldn't want to leave your house? Because then people would want to kill you. First, I thought he was a vampire, but then I think I remember somebody saying they saw them through the windows in the day, and not in a coffin. And vampires don't like sunlight, so werewolf. It's the next logical conclusion.
But wouldn't a werewolf eat people?
Well, not if he's a good werewolf.
Oh, those exist.
I mean, dragons fly in the sky. and,
Yeah, right.
you know,
We're in Faerun. It's alright. Good werewolves. Probably elves.
I mean, you're a half elf that can talk to a dog and summon magical arrows and stuff. So why can't there be a good werewolf?
I can summon magical arrows?
You can't summon magical arrows?
I mean, Hunter's Mark is kind of magical.
Yeah, I didn't
I
take
just-
Cordon of Arrows or the other
I
one.
I just assumed that you could summon magical arrows. So I mean, you have a bow.
I have seen quite the impressive arcane archer in my day. 66 years ago, when I adventured through Waterdeep, I met an elf. She was the most beautiful thing I ever laid my eyes on.
How was her beard?
What?
Uh-huh. He scratches his bald head again. No, no, lad. I think you have it wrong.
Probably.
Did she offer you a lock of her hair?
No, she did not. But she did save me from a group of Zentarum agents in back alleys.
Oh,
I remember those magical bows.
Isn't that in the book that Volo wrote?
Volo is an old friend of mine.
Hey, look, we're in Winter Haven.
And what? Huh?
Oh yeah, we got here quick.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Time flies when you confuse gnomes.
We live in darkness.
Oh no, can you not
Oh
see?
no! Who turned out the lights?
Winterhaven is it's a very dark place.
God, what happened while we were gone?
You know what probably caused this?
All right, can everybody see now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
A giant octopus just.
That's a pretty cool looking map.
Yeah, that's a nice three-dimensional thing.
I found it.
Good job finding it.
Thank you.
Good job, like the fine folks over at Mage Hand Press and their quality products.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
I'm never gonna stop you anyway, you know that.
I know, I can't help it. This stream is just gonna devolve into me shilling in weird ways for Mage Hand Press.
So yeah, as you approach Winterhaven, you see the eye slot open again, and the town guards are like, "Oh, they came back! Open the gate! Open the gate!" And the gates open, and we see Tarek. He runs ahead of the wagon and embraces his son. And as you come in, people start like seeing this cart full of food, and they start like coming from around.
Oh no. The
Towards
starved
the,
masses.
towards the gate.
I stand on top of the potatoes and I draw my short bow.
They stop and look at you awkwardly. What do you say?
I raised my eyebrows at Sprig.
I hope you're all ready to pay a fair price for potatoes and not rob a poor man who was just attacked on the road.
One of the men in the crowd speaks up and says, "Pay with what money? The kobolds stole everything we have.
Well,
Why don't you pay for it, adventurer? Aren't you made of gold coins? I bet you even have a few pieces of platinum in there."
He probably does. Like,
now I have to check. Do I have it? I don't think I actually have any platinum. I have enough to have platinum, but I don't actually have platinum. This is all your
Wow.
fault. You can pay in other ways. Services, trade. The man needs a place to sleep.
I raised both eyebrows.
I'll turn
But I won't.
I'll turn to the dwarf and ask him, how much for your entire cart of potatoes?
Well, I don't want any of this to come to harm or anything. I bring this willingly. I don't want much. Perhaps we could speak with the Lord Mayor.
The Lord Mayor can pay for it.
Okay, well then form an orderly line for your potatoes. So that way
Can you-
everybody gets some.
Can you make a persuasion check for me?
Can I? I have no idea. Okay. I'm gonna try.
It works.
Oh my god.
Oh, the luck of the dice.
The man looks at the woman to his right and the man to his left and says, guess we'll form an orderly line. They all start lining up in front of the inn here with the great big yellow roof.
Wait, so if you had rolled higher, does that mean they would have like mobbed us?
Probably.
Good
You're
job.
welcome, guys.
Good job, Sprig. Thank you for saving us. Preemptively saving us from having to murder all of these peasants.
Yeah,
Just- I saw the writing on the wall and I was like, uh-oh. And then I almost made it worse.
Real
Sprig's alignment meter just goes from like good to
Steven,
Mm-hmm.
we've just received a $20 donation from Prax.
Wow.
And she says you can use it for whatever you want. So it could be a mimic and a gold loot box, could be 2 plat, could be 4 gold, could be 6 silver. You decide. You surprise us next time. But also because it's a $20 donation, the boxes will level up and give items from a higher level table.
Yes. Super cool.
So we've
All right.
leveled up.
Well, thank you.
so when we fail our persuasion checks against the mayor and we kill him, you know, some good stuff's got to be in his room.
Like a mimic.
I mean, but that's when we find out he's actually a werewolf because Stephen just really liked the idea and wanted to. Yeah, no, Sprig will just like hang out for a minute and make sure people are actually like forming an orderly line, and it's just gonna like look at Bash and go, "I drank too much and I want to go to bed."
All right, I'll handle the potato.
Bump.
Cool.
I guess I'll hand 1 potato to each person,
Sounds good.
and then they can come back for second servings once we're through the line.
What skill would that be?
I don't know, to count?
An intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, make an intelligence saving throw. This is against no, it's a charisma saving throw. Make a charisma saving throw because each one is trying to convince you that they have like hungry family members and that they need more.
Mm-hmm.
If you fail, then you run out of potatoes because you give too many.
I've
so
been
like
too
the
nice.
back, yeah, the back
no.
15 people don't get anything.
What's the DC?
Let's 11.
19.
Yes, 1119. Good luck.
Can I use my inspiration?
Oh yeah, sure.
No, I'm not gonna use my inspiration on it,
but
but
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
try.
you get 1119.
18, which is very close to 111.19.
Yep.
True.
Cool. So you're able to give 1 potato to everybody in town.
Are there any left?
Let's roll a good old die of fate. No, there are none left.
Okay, good. Take good care of your potato. It is the only item of sustenance you have for the moment. Make it last.
A lot of people are mashing them up and kind of pooling their potatoes together. Some of them are just eating them raw. We'll see what happens to them later on. And about that time, you each see Martin approaching from the tower in the center of the town.
Hey, Vashard, who's the old guy?
Oh, that's Martin. It's a guy we rescued back in Suzail. He's the one that sent us here to Winterhaven to find a dragon heart.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, so we're coming here to prevent a bunch of red wizards from finding the heart of a dead dragon.
All right, that's pretty standard, yeah.
So, here's the thing though is we believe that Martin might be in league with them. So we're cautious around him.
Interesting. Okay. And I just nod my head. Pretty standard adventure stuff. You know, Red Wizards, Dragon Hearts. You know,
Yeah.
that's all hand in
Yeah,
hand.
yeah, it's the typical Tuesday.
Yeah, yeah. It's nothing that you hadn't heard before in a bar.
No, that's it.
So I think it's about that time that Martin makes his way over and he says, Martin's an interesting person. He always starts with a question, and it's always an excitement. And I think today his question is, he starts like, "Did you find it? Do you have it?"
The heart?
Yes, the heart.
Yeah, did we find? Yeah, we found it at the bottom of the pit. Did we?
Yeah. Yeah, there was one at the bottom of the pit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, we did.
Ah, good. And I was able to speak with Valthrun. He wants to talk to you.
I turned to Jeb, that's the wizard in town.
And what do we need from him?
Location of another heart. Location of the other heart, isn't it, Martin?
Well, with 3... Yes. And you also wanted to ask about the kobolds? In all honesty, all I remember is that you all wanted to talk to him.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Venom was the one that wanted to talk to him most.
This is a good refresher for me, the player, as well. That's why I'm asking so many like basic questions.
Right? I think also that you all wanted to follow up with him concerning what was her name? Aldana and Suzail said concerning the keep of like Keegan's keep.
Mm-hmm.
And wanted to talk to him maybe about the cult activity in the area. You know, wizards, they're smart people.
Yeah, well, I have some question for him about the presence of red wizards.
Right.
Oh, Jeb Blackfist. No, not Jeb. We have someone that disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. Sprig's going to sleep.
Yeah, he said he was going. They said they were going to sleep.
Okay, I'll just check real quick with Venom. Well, while we wait for this, everyone, if you want to go
over to Mage Hand Press.
store.magehandpress.com.
Use the offer code Wandering DM for 15% off.
Yeah, I have to go deactivate the fake camera.
And also say hi to Prax in the chat. She's the best. She's always around for everything.
All right.
Alright, cameras are crooked, but I'll fix that while we play.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hello.
So we killed the dwarf and stole his hammer. Turns out he's possessed. I mean, really weird.
Well, I've been watching, but I joined. I must have joined after that happened.
Actually, so I don't need the hammer because it doesn't fit my build. But if you need the one-handed warhammer, resounding warhammer, you can use it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say no to a warhammer.
Yeah, because I think you use one-handed weapons, right?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you can I'll retcon that, but like, oh yeah, Venom gets this thing.
That's fine.
Yeah, I built this character weapon agnostic just for that reason, you know.
Yeah, it's always terrible when you're like, all right, two-handed weapons, here we go, and they're like, aha, here's a magic dagger for your troubles.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was always one of the bad parts about playing actual modules instead of something. I guess you could say like custom written. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it feels so good when you actually do get the thing, though. You're like, I worked so hard for this. I
had
complained so
many magic daggers
much.
for this.
I complained so much, and it finally happened. Let's see. So we're gonna go see Valthrin right now, yeah?
If you want, certainly can. Does Venin? We were kind of talking about reasons that we might want to go and talk to Valthrin, and I remember that asking if there were any more Dragonstone hearts, or asking about Keegan's Keep, maybe, and I think Quentin may have said something about, Venin had reasons.
I remember Valthrin. He had either the book or one of the hearts, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He had the heart. The book was stolen, and that's why you can't trust.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which one was stolen and which one we had, but yeah. So my goal was just to check in on the missing, or on the item that is supposedly safe, to make sure it's actually safe.
Right. Yeah, Martin has been able to procure an audience with the Grand Valthrin. And he says, well, you're welcome to come any time. It's just waiting for you up there. And he points to the like you don't know. He points to the tower in the middle of town.
What challenge rating does the tower look?
7.
6.
All right, I think we got this.
Yeah, we all have a backup character somewhere.
So yeah, I mean, if everybody wants to go meet with him now, we can do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
He probably has some information for us.
So I think we just crossfade into you all on one of the levels of the tower. It's dark in the room that we see the characters in, and we see a fire crackling in the corner, and we see like wood paneled walls and lots of bookshelves. The books are colored in every sort of cover, and we see scrolls about and the strange globe. And behind this desk sits this old wizardly looking fella with a long gray and white beard, wearing a robe with moons and stars over it. And he smokes a pipe, but the pipe seems to bubble instead of smoke.
What kind of bubbles? Like comical bubbles? Like bloop, 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 bloop?
Yeah.
Venom will kind of just mutter under his breath something about hating when wizards prove the stereotypes right.
Valthrun, is it?
Yes.
Name's Jeb. Nice to meet you. This old guy here named Martin said we could get an audience with you.
Yes, me and Martin go way back. It's nice to meet you all. I am Valthrun. Valthrun the Great. Valthrun the Mighty. Valthrun the Mysterious.
Valthrun
you know-
with many titles.
Yes.
What can you tell us about the kobolds around the town recently?
Well, it's a very interesting thing, really. They haven't been for long. They're not. It's interesting that they've made their way around. I can remember making it to the distant Clover Marsh at one time. It seems that the kobolds have always been in the area, harassing travelers along the East Way. But I do admit something is funny about their situation. They don't seem as easily persuaded to leave now as they used to be.
Do you know what changed in the area? If they've always done what they've always done, something must have upset the balance.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, I have been carried away with my studies here, and I'm not too. And he kind of looks around and goes somewhere else. You can see.
I lean towards Venom and say, "Private wizards," and roll my eyes.
And he says, "Sorry, I'm not always here."
Where else would you be?
I am a wizard, you know. I come and go as I please.
Sweet. Well, I'm all out of questions.
I might have one. What else is in the marsh?
The marshes. And he changes out the pipes. He pulls out a desk and he gets a new one and he says, well, there used to be an old elven civilization in the area, though its name escapes me at just this moment. I would believe there'd be ruins in the marshes. Yes, ruins. But ruins don't make kobolds stay now, do they?
No, but there might be something that has taken up residency in those ruins. And
That's a good point.
Yeah. Maybe whatever is in the ruins is using the kobolds to further their own plans.
Perhaps so. The last time I spied upon the Clover Marsh, I did find the place crawling with kobolds, but I could not peer deep enough in to see what kept them there. Perhaps you would like to investigate the area?
Oh, if it rids the kobolds of this place. If it rids this place of the kobolds. If it rids the... Yeah, I was gonna say the complete opposite for a second. Let's raise the town.
Yeah, I'll just join the kobolds. It's fine.
Yeah,
It
if it...
seems. Yes, perhaps you could see while you're there what keeps them here and keeps the resolve as strong as it is. Keeps them from fleeing as easily. What is it? You seem perplexed.
It's just, I've seen pipes before, but none that give out bubbles.
Oh, this is an interesting trinket. He hands it over to you. I picked it up along the way in some port city in the west. Waterdeep, was it? Maybe. There was a giant beholder in the window when I was there. I couldn't help myself.
I'll hand him the pipe back. And, we've spied some red wizards in the area.
Red wizards, you do say?
Yeah,
Now that is intriguing. He strokes his beard and he looks off at a floating candle. And then he looks back at you and he says, "You don't think that perhaps these wizards could be orchestrating the kobold attacks?"
They might be.
Interesting. Well, that would be something else into looking into, but why would there be red wizards here and around Winterhaven? Unless it's the old keep.
Keegan's Keep.
Yes, that's what they used to call it.
What do they call it now?
Well, these days they happen to call it Shadowfell Keep. Or is it Keep upon the Shadowfell?
Does an eerie wind blow through? Like a window opens and whoosh.
Yeah. The fireplace turns blue for a second and then like turns back orange and yellow again. Definitely.
Venom looks directly at the camera.
Yeah.
He says, well, I don't think anybody's been around that keep in centuries. It's old. It was built during the infancy of Cormyr. It was some sort of watchtower. I can't recall what for. Some say it may have been a guard against gnolls. Gnolls are always so troubleful. That's the word. Yes, I don't think that's right, though. There aren't many gnolls around here. Whatever. The keep outlived its usefulness. It's been a ruin since I was born. Probably a goblin lair by these times, or kobolds. You've whetted my curiosity, I must say, friends. Let me see to my many books and studies here. I'll do some research on Keegan's Keep, and I can get back to you.
Well, in the meantime, we can always explore the ruins.
Yes, definitely. Where is it? Uh, here. Well, when you see Lord Pedrick, will you hand him this? And he hands you an envelope that he found under several papers on his desk.
I'll take it.
Thank you.
Do we have any other questions for Valthrun?
I don't know, do you?
No, I meant I was turning my back on you and looking at the rest of the group. But that's okay.
Well,
Yeah.
like most wizards, he gives us a few more questions than he did answers.
I'll ask to see the heart, just to ensure that it's still safe and secure.
It is safe, my friend Venin. I do not suspect it should be much of a problem to keep it safe, to keep it secret, you may say.
I draw my sword and I stab Valthrun.
Squidward, or not Squidward, gosh darn it. Zoidberg out of the room. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Do you really stab him?
No.
I mean, we can do this if you want.
No, I don't.
Let me
This
get a
guy's
battle.
This guy's a fraud.
It's the puns.
Good.
Or the references in this case.
It's over there, Venin, if you must see. Behind the mantle. And he points above the fireplace.
I'll take a look.
Just from where you're seated or standing, you can't see it on the fireplace. It's dark and shadowy in here.
All right. Well, then I will stand and walk over.
As you approach the fireplace, the fire itself leaps out in front of you, taking a vaguely humanoid shape. And it kind of grows these eyes and a long mustache that curls and burns. And it stands there almost like in armor with a shield. And Valthrun says, "See, I told you it was safe." And Valthrun snaps his fingers, and the fire goes back to normal.
All right. Now, can I peek?
Yeah, it's rested on top of the mantle. It seems to glimmer and throw off strange shadows from the fire that burns beneath it.
Okay. All right. I will nod to Valthrun and tell him I approve of your defense mechanism.
Yes, I'm glad to get the approval of a purple knight. It's been a pleasure speaking with you all. And like I said, I will do some research. My curiosity about this keep has been ignited, you might say. Yes. Come back and see me later, and I will have more information. And he gets up. When he does a horrible scratching sound of his chair on the wood floor, screeches out, and he makes his way over and starts kind of fingering through his books and scrolls on the many shelves.
I thank him for his time and leave his tower.
Yep.
So I think the next thing we see is you all leaving the front door of the tower back in the city, back in the town square. You can hear the ringing of an anvil coming from right across the way, and it looks like several of the people have put their potatoes together, and they've made like a potato stew almost, and they're kind of sharing it outside of the inn.
Urban foraging. Nice.
So,
Lord
what would you
Podrick?
like to do?
Don't we have a meeting today with the mayor?
Yep.
And we talked to a guard and did a persuasion or something, and yeah.
Yeah, this is where I wanted to go. This Valtrun is a special fellow.
Yeah, he's definitely a non-battle wizard, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
One of the bookish types.
Y'all don't like Valthrin?
No, I like him. He's awkward.
Really proves all the stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to look for a conical hat with stars on it. Do you think I would have found one had I looked for it?
It was probably on like a hat rack or something. Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah. He had the robes to match.
Eccentric.
Going out hat.
What?
That's his going out hat.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
Hat like that you don't just wear around the house.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like we got a few things to do. What do you think's next? And I look at Vashard and Benin.
Well,
Meeting with the Lord Mayor.
yeah, I think we should meet with the mayor while we're here. Then perhaps we investigate the swamp.
Yeah, Sprig went to sleep at the inn. So we can go see the mayor in the meantime.
So yeah, we see you walking up to the portcullis where the guard you spoke to yesterday stands, and he says, "Oh yes, here to speak with the mayor, I guess. Well, I did tell you could come in today. All right." And he shouts back, and he's like, "Raise the gate!" And we hear like a pulling of a chain, and we see the portcullis raise. And as you enter, there's several kids about this like courtyard kind of area in front of this large manor house, and they're all like playing tag and having just a good old time and not realizing the troubles of the rest of the town. And
Do they look well fed?
oh yeah, very well fed, very, very clean, very nicely dressed. And as you go up, there's a door person or butler or whatnot that lets you in, and
Snooty French accent.
Snootiest.
okay. Yeah, and as you walk in, you're brought through like this grand parlor into like a living area, and there's a large grand like red carpet on the floor that must run up 100 feet, and lavish couches and a grand chandelier that hangs over you, and in the back there's probably on the right and left like two fireplaces that burn, and the butler asks you to have a seat and says that he will go and get the Lord Pedrig. Within just a few minutes, thankfully, he doesn't keep you long. Lord Pedrig walks in to the room. He's a tall man, and he walks with a sort of air about him, and he comes before too long up to you and introduces himself. He walks straight up to Jeb and sticks his hand out and says, "My name is Pedrick."
Yeah, I've heard your name spoken around the town, Lord Pedrick, and I'll shake his hand back.
I thank you for meeting with me. I'm sorry that it couldn't be an earlier meeting. Now, and he walks around the table and asks for some glasses of wine to be served, and they're quickly served for all of you. And he sits and crosses his legs and sits back into the couch opposite of you and says, "You wanted to see me and speak about matters of importance, I hear."
Well, to begin,
Go ahead, Bashard.
To begin, my lord, this envelope is for you, and I assume there's like a coffee table or a low table.
Yeah.
So I'll just slide the envelope on it. This is from Volthrun.
He leans forward and takes it. He doesn't break the seal on it, just tucks it into his jacket pocket. And he says, "Thank you. Valthrin is always keeping eyes on things for me."
All right, now that that's over with, how come you're not giving food to the people?
Now, I can hear in your tone, my friend, your concern for the people. I want you first to know that I have concern for these people as well. Their well-being is my charge.
Well, that's fantastic. Word at the tavern is you're withholding food from them. Siege supplies.
Yes, we do have a supply of siege here. We do.
What?
Words!
Got him!
We have 50 trebuchet waiting for a siege. We just don't know what to do with them.
We're just going to give them all to the townsfolk.
Ballast day for everyone.
He says, yes, we do have supplies for a siege here. We could outlast almost any siege. 90 days, 120 even. But I do not believe that matters are in a state worth breaking the seal to the supplies.
Are you sure about that? We
Yes.
almost got mobbed for a cart of potatoes.
I understand your want to help, but as any protector would do, sometimes you must tighten your belt today so that you have for tomorrow.
And are you tightening your belt, my lord?
Yes. Yes, I am. My children do not go without, but I have taken to eating leaner, you could say.
What about the children beyond those walls? How come they have to go without?
It is just for a temporary time, until this kobold menace is seen to. And perhaps you could assist with that.
Well, perhaps we could if you're not going to feed the people.
If I feed them all now, and matters turn worse, what do we have for tomorrow?
Well,
And the next day, and the day after? The problem is no one is starving now. A little hungry, I understand. But no one is starving. The siege supplies will stay locked until matters get out of hand. And perhaps, if you will take my offer, we could keep these matters from being worse than they already are.
All right. Let's hear it.
How's 100 gold pieces sound?
To stop the kobold menace.
Yes. Track them down and put an end to them.
100 gold pieces each or all together?
Altogether.
It's our lives you're talking about, my lord. It's not worth
Yes.
25 gold pieces. We've already
It's also-
lost one of our numbers.
You have my condolences. But it's also the lives of all the people out in town that you so dearly are worried about.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about them, but I'm more concerned with how your lack to help them.
It is not a lack thereof. I keep food supplies for them when their needs become dire. And look at me now, hiring adventurers to take care of the problem. They will be able to return to their homes once these kobolds have been dealt with. They will be able to replant their farms, and life will continue as it has here for 75 years. 125 gold pieces.
I look at Vishard.
$200. 200 must be a paltry sum for a lord such as you.
These are kobolds we're talking about. In my adventuring day, we dealt with many of them.
You
To
also
you.
have other issues around here. Other issues that might be taking advantage of this kobold threat. Issues that might be behind the kobolds.
I'm listening.
Have you ever heard of the Red Wizards, my lord?
Yes, Thayans. Always up to no good, it seems.
They already
takes a
are
step
at your
at a time.
door.
Really. And tell me, why is it that Valthrun has not told me anything of them?
Because they apparently went under Valthrun's nose and he couldn't see them.
Interesting. Perhaps I put too much stock in my wizard then. Listen, those beasts vex me sorely. There is a seriousness to this problem, so I will offer you 150 gold pieces.
I look to the other two, to Venin and Jeb.
Venin shrugs, and he says, I don't get out of bed for less than 200 gold pieces, but honestly, I'd kill kobolds for free.
I like this man.
I'll lean to Jeb and whisper,
Perhaps.
I don't-
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't like this situation any more than you do.
PM. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't even know if I want to take his money. Might just solve this for free, just for the people.
Well, we can redistribute the wealth to the people after.
I nod.
He leans forward as you secretly converse amongst yourselves, and he says, all right, I'll sweeten the deal. There's a house vacant in town. To take care of this problem, and I will give you the deed to the house as well as the 150 gold.
Sprig would say it beats living in a barrel.
Sprig would say it beats Sprig living in a barrel. Sprig doesn't have a house, guys. We could give Sprig a house.
It's true. I want you to know right now, Lord Pedrig, you rubbed me the wrong way, but I'll take your offer.
I have only the best interests of those I am charged to protect in mind. I apologize if we do not see eye to eye as to the best way to do that.
I apologize too. I hope you're making the right choice.
That is something we have to struggle with each day, my friend, hoping that the choices we make are right.
Sure is. Shall we shake on it then, or do you have a fancy lord paper for me to sign?
We can shake on it. My assistant here has your paper.
I'll shake his dirty, dirty hand.
His hand smells like lavender.
Oh, I'm sure. But for me, it feels icky.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sure we're both good, like, aligned character. I'm sure we are, like, but it's like a different way of getting to the good.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll shake and sign whatever I need to.
He sits back down, crosses his legs, and takes a sip of the wine. He says, "Is there anything else you wanted to speak to me about? Besides the concerns of the people?"
Well, I've already mentioned the Thayans.
"Yes. Unfortunately, I cannot help you there. I know not of them. I would speak with Valthrun about that if I were you."
We've already did so. He's on the case.
That's good. Well, then, I have several things to take care of. If you would allow me to excuse myself.
But we will excuse him, I guess.
Yeah, I'll excuse myself too. And I'll just like walk for the door.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. The door person opens the door and lets you all back out into the courtyard where the children play and chase butterflies. And I guess back into the town square you go. It's at this time as you walk in that again, Venin, you see that same elven woman looking you up and down. When she sees that you see her, she turns and disappears around the corner of the inn.
I guess I'll try following after her. I haven't tried thus far. What do you need from me? Athletics check?
Yeah, I mean, if you just like bust off to like run after her.
Yeah, not like a full sprint, but I'll kind of jog to get around the corner to see where she goes, and then I'll call out.
Yeah.
I just keep complaining to Bashard about Lord Pedrig.
14.
I know, right?
Yeah, you're able to quickly rush around the corner of the inn, and as you do, you have to like quickly stop yourself because she's like arms crossed, leaning against the wall right along the way, and she says, "Took you long enough to come and speak with me."
Well, I don't typically find myself chasing after women.
She smiles as she looks you up and down.
What is your interest in me and my companions?
Well, we don't get adventurers here much, and as you've probably seen, we have several things going on in town that need taken care of.
I've noticed. What is your interest in these things?
Well, as you've probably noticed, I make it my job to observe. And I have been quite observant not only of you, but of other strangers coming and going from town. Not adventurers. Something else. Something more nefarious. I believe it has something to do with the kobolds.
Yeah, we're starting to put some of those pieces together as well. What have you seen?
Well, I hate to steer you in the wrong direction, but I feel like something real is going on here. You know, like cult activity. Listen, I'm beginning to think that the whole village is in league with them. Lord Pedrig, definitely. I followed them, though, last time they left town. Not Pedrig, the other ones. They seemed to head south into the marsh. I followed them behind a certain waterfall. I can give you a map if you'd like.
That'd be great. And the descriptions of the individuals that you followed as well.
Humans, mostly. Pale skins. I didn't get a good look at their faces. They had masks on. Dark cloaks. They seemed to only move during night. And seemed to have something to do with... Well, I haven't quite put my finger on that yet. Perhaps you could check out this layer.
Absolutely, we'll look into it. Give me that map.
She conveniently has a rolled up map in her belt pocket as she hands it to you.
Do 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 do.
She doesn't snap it into existence.
No. She just reaches behind her and then has it. Yeah. Yeah. Ba-na-na-na. You've got the map. You can set it to see left, see up, or see right.
All right.
Can we see how many floors are in the dungeon?
Wrong map. This map seems to head through the forest to the southeast to a swampy area where there's a waterfall she's written on there, and she's got like this arrow, like 3 arrows, and she's like written behind the waterfall. I know it's there. And she says, "Thanks for looking into this. If you need me, you can find me here back at the inn." And she gives you a wink and turns around and walks back towards the inn.
Damn, Venin, get some.
Hey.
What would you like to do?
Wake up Sprig.
All right.
Have we actually, speaking of waking up and sleeping and those sorts of tasks, have we taken a long rest?
No, I don't think so. I think technically you all were up all night
Yeah.
feeding the people and fighting kobolds and whatnot.
Yeah, maybe it's a good idea for us to
If you
take
do
care of.
sleep now, it'll be night when it's time to leave out for the marshes.
That's perfect.
I have the light cantrip. We're good.
Yeah.
All right. So cool. I guess because Salvana at the inn was feeling bad at the loss of your friend, she has extended you a room to stay in there. So I guess you all can go take your long rest.
All right.
And would this be a decent point for us to take a break in real life and then come back on our way to the South Marshes?
That could be a good spot indeed.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. See you later,
Alright.
everyone.
All right.
And we're back, everyone. We are about to enter a marsh.
Yay.
I believe it was called the Friendly Marshes, right?
It was definitely something like that.
Like Land of Peace Marsh or something.
Clover Marsh, actually.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, there's probably no monsters or anything in there. Like,
Yeah.
why do marshes got to be bad all the time?
Yeah.
I mean, I bet it's just like a bit of mosquitoes and that's it.
Guys, clovers are lucky.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's gonna be full of killer leprechauns.
Yes. So yeah, I think we pick back up from the commercial break, fading into you all trekking through the forest to the southeast of town. We can see in the very background of the shot, above the trees on a hill, like the walls of Winter Haven, and we see you all coming closer out of the tree line, and we hear the sound of the forest and the stepping of sloshy feet as you each come out of the tree line and into this like clover like laid opening. It's like clover as far as you can see, but it's also like 2 or 3 inches of water, and it seems from like where you are now, with your light spells cast, and a overhanging crescent moon, that it seems like the farther southeast you go, the deeper and more stagnant, more swampy the area gets. How do you go about finding this place?
Oh, we just follow the well-drawn map.
We
Yeah,
trust
I
in
assume
the map.
let's make some survival checks, from our ranger.
Yeah, the one thing I would like to know is if we see tracks of these people that have been coming to and from this place.
Yeah, can you make a survival check for me?
Absolutely.
Or no, I'm sorry, investigation to look for the traps.
Ooh, I'm gonna use my inspiration on that
Okay.
to roll a 10.
All right. So you can see like you can't quite tell if they're like small tracks of like you find tracks, but you can't quite make out like is it a monitor lizard or a deer, or you just really can't make out what the tracks are, and they come and go and are just all around, but there's these little pockets in the clover basically of whatever foot-like prints these are.
Well, there's definitely something that came along here. I just don't know. Oh, wait, if that's true, could I make an intelligence check to see if it belongs to a kobold or a human? Because these are my 2 favorite enemies.
Oh,
And
definitely.
I would have advantage on my intelligence check to know if these tracks are. Wow. Fuck that shit.
Man, Richard's killing it right now.
yeah. Good job. Yeah, unfortunately, you're not quite not quite able to see.
Well, we're looking for a waterfall, which I assume creates the water for this swamp.
Mm-hmm.
If I spit in the swamp, does it move in a direction or does it stay still?
That's a pretty good. Yeah, it doesn't move much, and you're not sure. Yeah, go ahead and make an intelligence check.
All right.
13. Also take an inspiration because that was a cool idea. Yeah, with the 13, you can't quite tell if it's like the three of you bopping around in the 2-inch water, or if there is like a very very slight current, but it seems to be moving backwards, like back towards the town. So like it would be coming from like direct southeast from you.
Venom, you have any ideas? What does your map say?
Yeah, I'll unfold the map. Presumably, it's laid out on a nice.
Is the map comically large? Is he like?
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, looking at the map, wow, you can't. Yeah, make an intelligence check to look at the map, if you would, please.
Sure. 8.
We're lost.
You think it's that way? And let me make a roll right quick.
Great, we'll go that way.
All
I'm
right.
gonna trust my instincts.
So yeah, you do end up following following the swamp, splashing through, and you. Sorry, bad at multitasking, I guess.
Oh, and it is night, right?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I will cast light on my sword.
I will cast light on my pike.
All right. What's the length? Is it 40, 20?
2020?
Yeah. Cool. So let me see what happens when I do this.
So we're just super stealthy, trudging around the swamp.
Oh yeah, like
Nobody can see us
stealthy as
coming.
stealthy gets.
I kind of did that intentionally. The easiest way to find the kobold base is to get attacked by kobolds, and then ask one of them where their base is.
One of the components is a firefly, so I assume I just like grab one out of the air, just crack it into a light.
It's pretty cool. So yeah, I think we see you trudging along, and this swampy area has there's some upper like higher hills and whatnot. So most of the water is like contained itself to this kind of creek or kind of like runoff from this waterfall, and it's like you kind of turn, and then like suddenly the rushing water of this waterfall is there, and you find yourself in like another wooded area up on several hills with the water leading off to the northeast.
Can you put Reginald on the map so that people at home can see?
I thought Reginald was on the map. I put some mouse on the map. Give me just a moment, if you will.
Yeah, no problem.
It was Dr. Henry's mouse. No.
Wrong mouse.
Okay, we're just gonna delete you, and we're
Yeah,
gonna
or put the everyone can see light on my wolf, so we don't have to drag anybody else.
Okay, that's a great idea.
The audience at home as the wolf.
Yep.
A giant eagle flies by and takes the wolf.
I know, right? Did that work?
I think I have wolf vision too, because my vision just got a lot
Yes.
bigger.
Well, yeah, for us, but not for the people at home.
That's strange. Which person is viewing that?
It's someone called Other Simon F. Yeah, or give control of the wolf to Other Simon F. And
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
No problem.
Roll 20 is hard.
All right. Did that work?
Nope.
What about now that I saved changes?
Neither.
I no longer have wolf vision.
I no longer have wolf vision.
Yeah.
It's telling me that Wolfie can see. Control L is working for me,
It's not
And I-
working for other Simon F.
but I assigned that as the. Okay, one more.
So you gave him light.
Yeah, I gave him light. He has control of it, controlled by other Simon F.
Okay, and does he has the checkbox that like everyone can see or something like that?
Yes, all players C has sight.
It's got both. It's got the light.
Wait.
Did you put in the 360 radius?
Yep.
Let me refresh to see if it's just not just an issue on my end.
And when I see through the wolf's eyes, it shows light. Sorry, everybody. We're real good at this.
All right, grab the mouse.
For some reason, it. Yeah, I just put the mouse back on.
All right.
Well, that's
Now we have two wolves.
and still nothing for other Simon F.
That's too many wolves.
Why can't you see other Simon?
Man, Rangers are OP. You get 2 wolves.
Or look, we're not gonna.
All
We
right.
can also not metagame and just remove dynamic lighting to see.
All
if-
right, I'll do it. Sorry.
It worked for. Hey, now everything works.
Because I removed the dynamic lighting.
Yep.
Yeah, just throw everything on the jam layer. We're fine.
No,
But you already saw all my perfect ideas. It's okay.
Yeah, but we don't know when we're not gonna meta, so.
So yeah, you make your way along here, and suddenly from atop, you see like these circle stones in the moonlight, and like this strange blue ambience like starts to grow around these circle stones.
I don't like that.
I think we might be near. I pull my pike off my back. I walk through the water.
Yeah.
Venom, not Venom. Jeb disappeared.
Uh-oh. That's what happens when you pull your pike off your back. You gotta be careful.
It's an invisibility pike.
Yeah, you didn't know that, so you click the button back and you come back.
Oh,
Just
darn it.
don't click that button again. It's at the end of the pike.
100% gonna click that button.
So yeah, as I guess as you walk forward and peer through the tree line, you're able to see that in fact there does seem like there's a kobold standing in the middle of these blue rays, and like it hasn't seen you yet, but it's kind of like dancing with its eyes closed, like in these like this blue etherealness. And you can tell there's other kobolds around, kind of like picking through this brush, and that's about all that you could see.
Venom, have you ever seen something like this before?
Not since the university.
Is it comical dancing or is it like serious dancing?
It's kobold dancing.
So kind of comical.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, definitely.
Serious for him.
Right. Whoever that is, they've got it going on.
I would go hide in the tree line.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a check for me.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, oh no, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hiding here. And my check is a... Oops, I got kicked out of Roll20.
Uh-oh.
You rolled a 23 though. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, wait, I'm back.
So yeah, you
That was
disappear
weird.
and into the tree lines.
But just so you know, I have a 19 because I have disadvantage on stealth, by the way.
Are you wearing that kind of armor?
Yep.
Yeah, you still disappear, but from up here you can see the waterfall to your northeast. I mean to the southwest.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Up here. And there seems to be two like sentry kobolds. And then, like I said, the two kobolds looking through the brush up here. And then this dude, they hear music that it doesn't seem like anybody else hears.
All right.
You can't really hear anything. And I would say you probably didn't have disadvantage because like the rushing of the waterfall is just like so loud. The clinking of any armor or anything like totally would not be heard over it. It seems like you probably have a chance to do something before they notice you. They're all preoccupied, so they haven't noticed your light spells.
I'll have the wolf move here and hide as well.
All right. Yeah, definitely. Disappears. It's like both of you have the same skills or something.
Yeah, almost.
What does Venom do?
I'm gonna kind of. Do I have disadvantage? Stealth. I mean, I'll try to stealth. I'll stay a little bit closer to the tree line.
Okay.
So 19.
19 works just fine.
I guess I'll follow suit and try to stealth.
Okay. Are you coming over here, or are you going to try to make your way across the water and a little closer?
I'll try to make my way across the water and a little closer.
All right.
And I'm super good at stealth. I got a 12.
They do not hear you.
Oh, sweet.
Do we take care of the 2 sentries first?
Do you want to go ahead and roll for initiative, and then you all can have your
Wait, and then Sprig appears from the bushes.
I think Sprig just unfortunately had a little bit too much to drink, and
We talk about him in the bushes.
that's like the best stealth roll I have ever seen.
Sprig was here the whole time.
I know.
I was here the whole time, you guys.
They rolled so well, I didn't see them.
Just real fast, did we get a long rest? Or
Yeah,
is
we
this
did.
the same?
Yes.
I have no idea what's happening, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, real quick, the Lord is an ass. And we gonna have to get rid of the kobolds if we want anything good to happen to the village.
Okay. Alright. We can do that.
All right, Sprig, you're there.
And just remind me what this magic hammer does.
Oh, on a crit, it casts Thunderwave
Okay.
or Thunderclap. I get
Thunderwave.
those two mixed up. It casts Thunderclap. Here, I'll put it in the
I put
see
it in
it.
Discord.
I scrolled up. I should have thought of that before. It's otherwise a normal
Yes.
Warhammer.
Hmm.
Got it. Okay.
Mommy,
Well, let me double check just to make sure.
cat,
I think it's otherwise a normal Warhammer.
cat.
Yes, it's a normal Warhammer.
Okay.
They did great. So yeah, you're all like sneaking through the brushes towards this what might be a kobold encampment. And about to get the drop on them. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
And these are the only kobolds that we've seen, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But everyone was told by this enigmatic, this mysterious elf in town that they believe like there's a layer inside the waterfall.
And did we do anything about the Verite priests? Or are we taking care of that after we save the building?
No, we think the Lord might be in league with them, but they also might be hiding behind the waterfall.
Gotcha.
I need to roll for initiative.
All right. So Venom gets to go first.
Cue the Final Fantasy VII music.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm just gonna charge out of here and smack this guy with the Warhammer.
All right.
He's gonna get a crit.
Actually, I'm gonna go to there. Still gonna smack the guy on my left.
Okay.
And I will use green flame blade, so it'll do a little bit of damage to the other guy as well.
Perfect. That hits.
Right. 4, 5 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. Squishy kobold falls to the ground.
And then it would be 3 to the one next to him. Actually, no, sorry. Yeah, that doesn't work. It's another one next to him, not one next to me. So yeah,
Okay.
never mind.
Not a problem. So yeah, suddenly we see Venom just run out of the tree line and in one fell swoop bash this kobold across the draw. The kobold stops dancing, obviously, and lands in the center of this this ring. When its lifeless body hits, the blue ethereal like aura that was in the center kind of fades away. Is there anything else that Venom wanted to do?
I was trying to think of a witty quip, but it's not coming. So
All right. So I guess that makes it Sprig's go.
Okay. Just as a fast clarification, am I able to see this passage, or is it like obscured by stuff?
Yes, you're able to see that passage.
Okay. Then Sprig is going to move into these like trees right here, and is
Okay.
going to come out of stealth, firing at this nearby kobold.
All right.
And sorry, sure, with advantage because I'm hidden.
Mm-hmm.
20 to hit.
That definitely hits.
That's 13 damage.
Oh yeah, the arrow goes straight through the kobold, and the kobold just drops. The arrow also goes like through the waterfall.
Sorry. And then I'm going to try to bonus action hide.
Okay.
Stealth. That's a 9. I don't actually have advantage. Sorry.
All right. So with the 9, they actually can all still see you.
Okay. I go to hide behind a tree, but I choose one that's too small.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, whoop, but I can actually see both eyes still go around the width of the tree.
Right.
And Sprig's giving him the finger for some reason.
Mhm. All right. So that makes it Fashard's turn.
All right, I will Hunter's Mark that one over here.
Okay.
Sorry, the one that's here. Yep. And it won't be me, but it'll be the wolf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll rush it.
Okay.
Perfect. And they were hidden, so do they have advantage still?
Yes.
So that's a 22 to hit.
That hits. Let's go.
For
They're so-
8 piercing
squishy.
damage. Plus a d6 from Hunter's Mark plus 4, so 12.
It just leaps on the kobold and just tears it to shreds.
And I will move my 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And come out of hiding here.
All right. Okay. No attack or anything?
No, it's either until I get to 5th level, it's either me or the wolf.
Okay, cool. Jeb.
I'm gonna try to style on this kobold a little bit. So I'm gonna move up here, pull off my pike because I have reach, and then I'll use the great weapon master feat and take a -5 to hit, but a +10 to damage.
Okay.
I
So
feel like you don't need that much damage.
that's why I said I was gonna style on him. That's because I have advantage because hidden.
This is where you roll a 1 to hit, though.
Yep.
Oh no!
Whoa!
Oh no! So it's actually
Ooh.
That's
32 damage?
Yeah, that's 32 damage. Unless you got extra hiding somewhere we don't know about. You just dealt enough damage to drop me to like negative hit points.
So yeah, I guess the holy symbol on my chest just kind of glows. I know it's going to be a good strike, and probably just cleave him in 2.
Oh yeah, directly. But like at first you're not sure if you hit the kobold or not. And like it looks at you and then it splits.
Ah, that's a cool scene. Yeah.
I am covered in blood.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I got some in my mouth.
It's a 300 moment where it's just high pressure.
And that makes it Matt's turn.
Venom, I am sorry. I got excited.
Honestly, I feel bad for these guys. But, I mean, not that bad. Yeah, I'm gonna Warhammer. I'm gonna, like, kind of just run past him and, like, backswing with my Warhammer.
Okay.
As I run by him. It's an 18 to hit for 12 damage.
Yep. So that one's gone. Like shooting kobolds in a barrel.
Luckily, there was only 6 of them. 5 of them.
Got a little bit more. So
Okay.
I will move my last 10 feet of movement and kind of go to the side of the waterfall. There.
Okay.
Oh, this is difficult terrain, isn't it?
Yeah, the triangle marks are.
Yeah, so let's see. Where was I? It was here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So I'll just go to there.
All right. And that'll make it Sprig's go again.
Okay, so we're still in initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Then I am going to attempt a bonus action hide again.
Okay.
23.
Yeah. You're disappeared.
Okay. A little ninja next to my head. And then I'm going to... What's the movement speed for moving stealthily in combat? Is it half speed?
I want to say it's half speed.
Okay. Because I think there's like a rogue ability at higher levels that like the thief gets.
Right.
So it's 1, 2, 3. That's 15 feet out of my 25. So I'll use my movement action to make it like right there.
Okay.
My action to dash, rather. To dash. Dash slowly.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, because you're sneaking. And let's see here. Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm a gnome.
So
Gotta be able to see in our gnome holes.
in our gnome holes. Great. So yeah, Sprig, you're able to see there seems to be lots of kobolds in here, and a lot of them seem to be right behind the waterfall.
I'm just... Okay, I'm gonna break my stealth and I'm gonna yell out, "It's a trap!"
Cool.
Because I'm assuming that's... Can I tack in the word waterfall there as well?
Yeah.
No, if that doesn't make it in the 6 seconds, it gets cut off.
I hear waterfall next turn, just like right after I jump through it.
That'd be amazing.
So yeah, that makes it Vishard's turn.
So wait, the waterfall, it's flowing outwards from the cave, right?
Yeah, this way.
Okay. Do we have a way?
Well, it's actually not flowing from the cave. It's flowing from like above the cave, like
Okay.
yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't describe the area well. There's like a cliff face that goes up here, maybe about 20 feet, and there's like small caves along the cliff face, and the waterfall flows like over the top, rushing into the bottom here, and then letting go forward out into the swamp.
All right, so I'll draw my sword and I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Walk through the waterfall?
Yeah, like right now you can't really like see anything because like you're in the middle of the waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like pouring down on your head, just like thick as like dirt, and can't really see where you are.
All right, I will use my action to dodge
Okay.
because I don't know what's on the other side. So
Oh, yeah, definitely.
apparently it's a trap.
Are you saying that Veshard is standing underneath a waterfall, taking like a defense, like on one foot, the other one like up in the air, sword out, like crane style?
Yeah.
This is part of your.
1,
This
2,
you have to take
3,
your next level in
4,
the month.
5, 6, 7, 8, and the wolf is gonna follow Sprig.
Okay. And that makes it Kobold's turns. So, allow me just a moment, as we all know what's going on here, to...
Bashard, you're going to take 13 attacks.
Then I'll hit this.
Oh wait, look, mosquitoes next to Jeb.
I see nothing.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to see those yet. No, not really. Alright, so it was the kobold's turn. Did I pass the kobold? Yeah, there they are. Alright. So yeah, I think this kobold is just going to immediately ditch the plan and run towards Sprig and attack Sprig. Because kobolds are real good at this.
Oh, I didn't realize that was open. I thought that was like a solid wall.
Oh wait,
Do you know-
is it a solid
It
wall?
looks like a solid wall.
I didn't even see that.
Is it only like 5 feet up or something? It would not surprise me if it was only like 5 feet up or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I mean, there's no other way for you to have seen the kobolds there if you couldn't see over it. I don't know why I saw that. I mean, didn't see that.
Well, I mean, the kobold could still get to me then. He'd just have to like spring over a 5-foot wall.
Yeah, so this is 5, 10, 15, 20. And then springs over the wall. Oh, and I accidentally rolled twice. So do you want to take my first one or my second one? I'll let that one up to you.
I'll take the first one because that's what you would have rolled naturally.
All right. So yeah, I think that's 12 damage.
No, 6.
6, fortunately. Ow.
Oh yeah, 6. All right.
Ah!
Swear I know how to play this game. And then that one will run up and look menacing. And yeah, so this kobold just runs past like these like braziers with hot coals in it, and it scampers up this wall and stops when it sees you, and you can see it fishing in its pocket and like putting this like stone in a sling.
Oh boy.
And that'll make it the mosquito's turn.
I think you skipped me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I probably did. Yes, I did. Go ahead, Jeb.
So I can no longer see Sprig or the wolf.
Correct. You can probably see them. They just have like 3/4 cover. The wolf. I think Sprig is. Yeah, you can't see Sprig, but you could still see the wolf.
All right, I like clench like my holy symbol, and I say, "May Tyr's blessings be upon you." And I bless myself, Venin, Vashard, and the wolf.
I never get blessed.
That's why I asked if I can see you.
Is it 3 or 4 people that you can do?
Oh gosh, I thought it was 4.
It's 3 at level 1, but you can do it at a higher level if you want to do more.
Never mind. I'll just do 3. I'll do myself, Venin, and Vashard. I didn't have to ask if I could see him. Yeah, so I'll bless them. And do I see the guys behind me, or are they supposed to be hidden? And I'll just go forward.
Yeah, you can see them. Like they just like are buzzing out of the trees, looking gross.
I'll move forward and I'll say, "There's some more behind us." No. Come join my party, and I'll end my turn.
Okay. And that makes it their turn. And they're going to come attack Jeb with a 19.
Yeah, it's a hit.
So it attaches to you, and it, I believe, does 1d4 damage.
At the start of its next turn.
Oh, it's at the next turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's still. I thought it still did damage when it initially, like, yeah, got him, but.
Well,
1d4 plus 3. Yeah, it says on a hit it does 1d4 plus 3 damage.
Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't read that right.
For some reason, it only like posts in there like what happens next time. So that is 6 damage. And I think that one's going to do the same thing, but misses.
Good.
And this one's going to attack Venom. And I think that's a miss as well. So yeah, these giant, like, hawk-sized mosquitoes just come out of the forest and start... They must have smelt the blood of battle and been attracted. So yeah, that makes it Venom's turn.
Well, that's inconvenient. All right, I am going to Green Flame Blade this time. And attack. Yeah, I'm going to attack with the Warhammer.
Okay. That hits.
So a 23 to hit, or 7 on the one that tried to bite me, and then 3 on the one that attached to.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And then I'm going to make an athletics check to jump through the waterfall.
Okay.
And what I'm going to try to do, because I can't see the throne on the other side,
Right.
kind of like just a head first forward roll and like land on my shield and then roll up to like a kneeling position
Okay.
to there.
Cool. So they had a prepared action
Yep.
on their turn to attack anybody that came through.
Yeah, I'd rather it was me than somebody else.
The 17 doesn't hit though, right?
Does not.
The 21?
Will hit, but I will cast shield.
Okay. It's a dagger.
It's a dagger? Nah, I'm not gonna waste it.
So 6 damage.
That's okay.
All right, so yeah, we see Venom start to go through this this waterfall, and these giant mosquitoes come up. You turn around and you hit one, and it just explodes in the air, and this green flame leaps from the warhammer and burns the other one off of Venom. We see you leap through the waterfall and roll, but as you roll up to your knee, there's just these thrusts of spears and daggers towards you, and you fend off 2 of them, and you duck one and just don't have enough and take another one on the side. And then that makes it the Scale Sorcerer's turn, and they're going to Firebolt Venom.
All right. Disadvantage because I'm in melee. Oh no. Oh, there's another one back there. Oh, hi. All right. Yeah, I will throw up my shield for that one.
All right.
Wait, you don't want to be lit on fire?
I'd prefer not to be honest.
Such a beat.
And that makes it the Dragon Shield's turn. So it just barely got to use its prepared action. And the Dragon Shield attacks Venom again.
Okay.
And misses both times. Venom, you're doing great. Keep it up.
I'm doing my job.
That
Hey
makes it
guys, I'm helping.
pretty good.
Okay, so Sprig is going to bonus action disengage and pop over here, and is going to pop up onto this 5-foot wall,
Okay.
and then pop down again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 to get up.
Yep.
And then pop over here towards the Scale Sorcerer, and is going to take a shot at the Dragon Scale with the short bow.
Okay. This one or this one?
Oh, sorry, this one with the shield. Dragon shield, I think.
Yeah. So the arrow just flies right over its head.
I'm helping. Sorry. It's easier to hit them when they can't see me.
Fishard.
Boy.
Hey, you should be safe to go through now.
Yeah, looks like it.
I mean, they already used all their reactions,
1,
right?
2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'll move in back of the dragon shield.
Okay.
And I'm still blessed, right?
Oh, yes.
So
I took the wrong one off of you.
Oh,
it's okay.
actually, Jeb needs to roll a Constitution saving throw to see if he maintains concentration on the bless.
I sure do.
Come on, it's
Roll
a
higher
DC
than
10.
10.
Yep.
All right, so that would be 19 because I have
Ni-
advantage
19
because
hits.
we're flanked. And bonus action, I'll move my the hunter's mark on that one.
Okay.
So 11 for the regular and 5 for the hunter's mark.
Wow.
So 16 total.
That's a good hit.
And I'll yell out to Shade to follow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
That's all it does. It's now a wet dog.
Yeah, so it moved this way?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I think that makes us the kobold's turn again.
Huh?
So this one, oops, this one's gonna shoot. Just shoot at Sprig
Slinging rocks? That hits. Damn it.
with a 4,
Ow. Okay.
and this one also moves up and drops its dagger and slings a rock as well. Whoops.
What you're now noticing is that's just a huge pile of sling stones.
Yep.
Oh, I've made a terrible mistake.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Do we have any more? Yeah, this goblin's going to. I mean, goblin.
Goblin.
Going to attack the shard
Ow!
for a whole 8 damage.
A lot of damage at 3.
Yeah, a lot of damage.
That's an entire hit point worth of damage.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate it.
And let me do some things over here.
Over where?
Oh, just
Oh,
Over
God,
and
don't tell
about.
me there's more.
The danger of kobolds is numbers.
All right, and that makes it Jeb's turn.
All right, I'm gonna swat this mosquito next to me.
I see a huge pile of gold right over there.
18.
18 hits, yeah.
Now I'll pike him for 9.
Explosions.
Nice. And then I'll move through the waterfall and see all the kobold boys, and then I'll use my war priest bonus thing to attack the kobold in front of me.
Okay.
Do that and
Ooh.
pike him.
Oh yeah.
Pike him for 12.
Yeah, you stab this kobold and like impale it on your pike, pick it up in the air and sling it off to the side. Falls dead on the ground.
Here be praised, Venom. Yeah.
Speaking of Venom, it's Venom's turn.
Yeah, Venon's gonna kind of do a little magic fingers and ignite the warhammer again in green flame and take a swing at the kobold in front of me, the one with the shield,
All right.
with the warhammer.
17 hits.
17 for 11 damage, and then 3 damage to the one next to him.
Yeah, I think the 3 damage.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I think the as you bring the warhammer down, the kobold like arrogantly thinks it can just absorb the blow in its shield, but it just like crunches down and probably breaks its arm. And then the flame jumps off, burning the other one. It yikes and throws itself back. And let me do this then.
And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh no, I'm not. Never mind. I'll wait until next turn.
Okay. So it makes it this one's turn. It turns towards Sprawl and says, "Not." I mean, towards Sprig and says, "Not so fast." And
He
then
casts slow on Sprig.
that would be funny. Cast Scorching Ray.
Whew, that's a miss. Thank God. Whew. Whew.
And fire just lights up this area back here, lighting all these sling stones ablaze. They turn into hot embers.
I think I'm going to keep moving quickly. Thank you. Bye.
And then the dragon shield goes. And is going to attack Bashard. No, Venom. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. So Venom.
That's what I'm here for. Oh,
That two hits?
yeah, I'm gonna.
Wait, you still have shield cast, don't you?
No, that ends on the beginning of my turn.
Okay.
I do not, but I do have my War Wizard ability, Arcane Deflection, which I will go ahead and use. Takes me up to a 21, so both of those miss.
Awesome. What does that look like to us?
Similar to the shield, so when I cast the shield spell, it's like an orb of kind of tracery, like glowing runes that surround me. This is kind of the same thing, but it's smaller and it just spreads out from my shield, kind of momentarily.
Oh, cool. And just deflects both of the spear blows.
Yep.
And that makes it Sprig's turn.
Oh,
Oh,
actually,
Oh, I'm sorry.
It would only apply against one of them, so the second one will hit.
For 4 damage?
Okay.
Okay.
And then, was it my turn, or is there another person that needs to go?
I think it's Sprig's turn.
Okay. Kind of seeing the situation, Sprig is going to put their bow away, like back over their shoulder, and pull out their short sword and dagger combination, and sorry, 2 short sword combination, and is going to move here 2, 3, 4, and is going to attack the guy in the center with a stabby stab. Sorry, I'm just trying to. I did a goof. Okay, there we go. Short sword.
You have advantage because you're flanking.
Mhm.
Am I?
Yeah,
yeah,
with Jeb.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for noticing. 19 for that roll.
Awesome.
15 points of damage to the guy in the center.
Ooh.
And then is going to kind of whirl around with the other hand and attack the injured kobold with the other short sword with a 14.
Yeah, that hits.
And that'll be 7 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, so that drops this one. So we see Sprig come up, and right as the dragon shield takes this mighty blow that like breaks an arm, hit down to a knee, and you come up and just stab it right in the side, and it shrieks in pain and like kind of falls over, almost like nearly prone. And about that time, with the other short sword, you just slice into the other the other kobold, and it spins and drops dead.
Helping.
And that makes it Vashard's turn.
I'll keep wailing on the guy with the shield.
Mm-hmm. He's doing his job too.
Yeah, for a 21.
Yeah, 21 definitely hits.
So they're gonna take 2 from the Hunter's Mark, 10 slashing from my attack, so 12 total.
Yeah, that takes it out. And it finally drops to the ground. Its shield bounces and slides a bit towards Jeb.
And the wolf is going to move here, 35 feet,
Okay.
in a straight line to keep running after the sorcerer.
Okay. That's smart.
And I am going to also move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 next to my wolf.
Simon, you might want to move the camera a bit. Most of the action is cut off.
Like that. Yep. That's the best I can do. Like that.
Sorry, I'm waiting for my stream to catch up.
Yeah, that's good. All right. So that makes it the kobold's turn. And I think this one's going to run down this way towards Vashard. And
Wait,
make
they're
a-
kobolds? How can that be?
Bashard's surprised.
And I don't think a 14 hits, right?
14 misses.
All right. So this one's going to run across the other side and attack. With advantage, a 20
20 hits.
for 5 damage.
All right.
And you can see this one. There's one that seems to be like Vashard catches this now. There's one that seems to be standing on this pile of gold. It's wearing like a crocodile like skull as a helmet. And here, I'll just do that. And seems to have like crocodile teeth all over it, and it's just like pointing them and like screaming and like directing the it wears turtle shells as pauldrons. That's pretty cool. But yeah, just directing all of them to attack here and there, and that makes it Venon's turn.
If Jeb dies, I want to play that kobold.
You got a lot more armor than Henry did, so I think you're going to be fine for a while.
Do I see any of those sling bullets on the floor over here? There's like those river rocks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so I'm gonna grab one of those in my shield hand, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna toss it up and whack it with the hammer,
Hmm.
and basically improvised weapon, throw a rock at this guy.
Okay. I like it.
So you're going to stunt on him.
I'm gonna yes, I'm going to stunt. I'm going to stunt on him, as the kids say. So yeah, so I'm gonna make basically just a improvised thrown attack.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use my inspiration. So it'd be a 14.
Yeah, it hits.
You're also blessed. So
Right. You're also blessed, so you don't
Oh.
have to use the inspiration.
Okay. Just raw strength mod or strength +1? I don't know. What's a thrown rock do?
Improvised weapons are a D4. A D.
Yeah, they're D4.
Yeah, a
unless
D4.
you, unless you deem otherwise. Like if the
Yeah.
improvised weapon is a tree,
Oh.
like
right.
So 7 damage from a baseball batted rock. to
Yeah.
that.
It hits it right in the head. It just like bent down to pick up another rock and put it in its sling, and then it gets hit in the head and just falls over and slides down the pile of rocks.
All right, and I can make it to there. And bonus action, I'm going to second win.
Okay.
I get 3 hit points back.
Okay.
Alright.
You're just a level 1 fighter?
Yeah, 1 fighter, 2 wizard.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure. So,
Did I get skipped again?
oh man, did that happen again? Probably.
Yeah.
How?
He plays
How
right
does that
before
happen?
Venom.
I don't know.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. What am I doing over here?
Well, I was just thinking, I'm like, man, it's been a while since I did anything. What do I want to do?
Go. Do your thing.
I'll hop up or go over here to the thing, and I'll get this kobold in the rear here.
You're blessed.
Flash roll. 14
Yeah, 14 hits.
or 6 piercing.
And you shish kebab that kobold as well.
All right.
Actually, yeah, you can actually set up a global bless modifier to just like click, so that way it automatically applies to your roll.
Really? How'd you do that?
It is
I'll show you after
checked,
this.
but it's not working.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, mine worked on the first one, but for that last improvised attack, I just made a raw strength roll, so it didn't apply.
And then I'll move 5 feet towards the party, and I'll be done.
Okay. Then the kobolds would have gone, and then Venom went. So now it's this. If Venom goes before you do, just throw a d20 at me and hit me in the head with it. So yeah. So what do sorcerers do when they're engaged and can't cast?
Well, they normally throw an engagement party.
Yeah. There's lots of cake.
I cast Ceremony on Venom and the Sorcerer.
It's going to firebolt the dog.
Even with disadvantage.
But it's a kobold and has pack tackets.
Either way, it's a 19.
So it hits.
Yes. For 1 damage.
Dr. Henry's coming in clutch here.
Lately sick.
The curse has been passed on.
Ooh. And then this guy moved.
Crocodile Rock.
And I think, would attack Vishard.
Yeah, and he gets 4 attacks.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he gets 10. Come on.
No, but 18 hits.
All right. Yeah. I like how it says short sword.
Uh-huh. What?
But ignore the poison damage if you make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Don't fuck up that throw.
What?
Okay, so roll, but you get blessed to the saving throw as well. So don't roll crap. Oh,
What?
You have inspiration, right?
No, I don't. I used it.
Oh, man.
I'm down.
poisoned. Ed, you're down.
I'm down. I'm at -1.
I swear to God, if you die, I'm gonna be so mad at you.
I'm going to be mad as well. At me.
Venom, is he worth saving?
All right, so
I don't know these guys all that well.
is Vishard still blessed?
Technically, yes.
Okay, cool.
Con-
So that's
concentration.
Sprig's turn.
Concentration is on the caster. Otherwise, it would be broken as if. So Sprig is gonna like saying this is like and is gonna move 25 feet here.
Wait.
And
Yeah, there's like a 2-foot brazier right there.
oh, so it's like in the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could move through it, but you couldn't in like right there.
Okay. Then Sprig is gonna move here instead. Can I still attack this guy?
Yes,
Okay.
because it's just a pile of rocks.
Okay. So Sprig is gonna stab at him with a short sword.
Okay.
Whip. 17.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And with sneak attack damage, it's 17 points of damage, and is then going to hurl a dagger at this one.
Okay.
11.
I think it sees you. Yeah, it ducks, and the dagger swirls over its head and lands in this pile of gold over here.
And then, as like a bonus action, can I like try to insult them using like some of the draconic barking that I've heard before?
Yes.
Okay. Would that be like an intelligence check or a charisma check?
Are you trying to intimidate them?
I'm trying to make them mad at me.
That sounds like intimidation. So yeah, make intimidation at disadvantage.
Okay. Well, luckily, I'm super good at. Oh.
So I speak Draconic. What does he say? Is he like, I pet my fluffy kitty? Or,
It's like, bark, yip, bark, hark.
Something like your ancestors smell like a big toe. Is what they say.
I got something like a sentence out there.
All right, Fishard, can you please roll a 20 for me?
Or a 1.
Don't even. Oh, you're blessed. You're blessed.
You're
Oh,
blessed.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. So,
so technically he succeeds.
Yes, that's a success.
yeah.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
just had to make sure you didn't roll a 0 on the d4. Okay.
Here's a question. So it says with the Beastmaster that when you die, you can't give orders to your beast, but your beast will defend itself.
Okay.
Right now, seeing as how we're surrounded, would you allow me to attack with the wolf, seeing as how the wolf feels fucking threatened?
Yes, because the wolf has been attacked. The wolf is allowed to make an attack to defend itself.
Okay, so the wolf is going to attack the sorcerer because that's the one that attacked it.
Yep,
On a 19.
that hits.
Sorcerer must now make a strength saving throw or fall prone.
Oh no. You know about kobolds and strength.
Yeah, they're super buff.
It doesn't fall prone.
But
But
I
it
rolled
takes
a-
11 piercing damage.
Wow, that did hurt.
It's almost max damage.
Yeah, so it jumps up and scratches, and like the kobold nearly falls over, but just barely stands on her feet. And that makes it Jeb's turn. Jeb,
Whoa, I get a turn?
what are you doing?
Hey.
You're so far away.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'll look at the guy on the ground, and then I'll look at Venom and is it a yay or a nay on this one?
It's a yay.
I'll like shrug.
Bennett, it's a yay. We've been together for weeks.
For weeks.
I'll bonus action healing word him.
We had to take that whole barge ride all the way up here together.
Exactly. We fought that archmage together.
Me and him, we shared a lot of turnips.
So yeah, take 7 HP.
Yeah, but bonus action healing word, and then I'll pike the sorcerer. So I have reach on him
Mm-hmm.
for 15
Yes, that hits.
and 8 piercing.
the sorcerer takes the pike to the side and didn't see you there, and she scowls at you as her hands begin to crackle again. But you notice that like as she brings her hands up, she kind of like favors her side. You see blood dripping out, like not dripping, but like pouring out of this side wound. And then this kobold is going to attack Fashard. Nope. I'm gonna say on a 1 attack Fashard, and then on a 2 through 6 attack the wolf, because Fashard's still prone.
Mm-hmm.
What are the chances?
What are the chances? It's got advantage on its attack because I'm prone.
What are the chances he crits here?
Oh, don't fucking jinx
Alright,
it.
so
Damn it.
Mention you're not allowed to speak.
16.6% was the, and this one is 5%. Okay, let's go. Actually, this one is okay.
10% because it's got advantage.
Oh, fucking. Oh, God damn it, Quentin. God damn it, Quentin.
You
You're
are
banned.
not allowed to talk.
You're kicked out of the graveyard. This is the real reason they call us the graveyard kids, is because
Oh, come on.
7 exactly. 0 hit points. God damn it.
That's
But
all
hey, at
your
least you're
fault,
stable.
Quentin.
Man,
No,
that's
if you
amazing.
hit 0 hit points, you're dying.
No, I'm not. I'm dying again.
Oh, you are? I thought it
Yeah.
was negative.
No.
Sorry.
Zero's down. I thought that for the longest time too, but I was corrected.
It's okay. It's okay. Our priest will heal me. I believe in him.
I mean,
Prax is gonna have
Since
words.
he also cursed you, did both of those. All right, Venom.
Alright, I'm gonna move up here and I will hit this kobold.
Okay, Quentin, can you say what are the chances of him scoring a crit or something? Like, I want to see. You can actually alter the rolls on Roll20. Come on. You've got a superpower. Use it for good.
That's the third
I
time.
will- I will
Only for comical moments.
Wouldn't it be so funny if you critted right now? No. Yes, that hits.
for 11 bludgeoning damage against this croc guy, and 3 against the
One next to it.
one next to him.
Yeah, definitely. The one next to him bursts into green fire again, and that one seems more affected than the chieftain does.
Okay. And I'm gonna kind of continue moving around to open up that space.
Okay. And that would make it the scale sorcerer's turn.
Usually, hang on, let me just count.
Okay.
5, 6. I can get all the way around, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
All right. Scale sorcerer is going to how many sorcery points do you have left?
He's gonna like multi-attack for Shard on the ground.
Scorching Ray.
Oh,
It's at disadvantage though, so because you're prone. That's what I would do if I was trying to kill you.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, what are the chances he casts Scorching Ray?
Okay, you know what?
All right, just so you said that. So it could cast at so we're going to say 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh, 1 ray on each of us?
No. I'm just going to see who it is.
Okay.
So 2, the pupper gets attacked again.
Two of them hit. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 is flush a hit. And Popper is down.
Oh no. Here comes the spiral. And
we really need healing potion.
No, No way. That was a good HP soak right there. Nice job, dog.
Good work.
So the chieftain is going to attack Venom.
Okay.
With 19.
I am going to arcane deflect that.
Okay.
So runes kind of appear on and around my shield and block the attack.
All right. It works well, and that makes it Sprig's turn.
Okay. Sprig doesn't have any way to help other than to make there be less things trying to kill things.
That's helping.
Sprig is going to first move here, jump over the doggo, down. I'll take the attack of opportunity if the little kobold wants to do it. And is going to move behind the scale sorcerer, and is going to that hits. Ow. Is going to stab at the kobold with their short sword.
The regular kobold? That hits.
Yeah. Oh, that should be at normal. So with sneak attack, that's 16 points of damage,
Bye-bye, kobold.
and is going to stab at the scale sorcerer with the dagger.
I believe a 16 hits.
Okay.
Yes.
Because they have more than one dagger. So there's no sneak. It's just 2. It's just 2 damage.
All right.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
And then we'll let's see. That was 1, 2. No, that bonus action with it. Yeah, that's the turn.
Vashard? Can you make a death saving throw for me?
Yay, it's a success.
Good job.
Oh, wait, and I have one for the dog.
Oh, yep.
That's a success.
Awesome. Jeb?
I look at the guy on the ground and I kind of like cock my head a little bit, and then I cast Healing Word again. Like, oh, that was odd. And then I'll poke the sorcerer again.
All right.
How's the sorcerer looking?
Bloody. Remember, your last wound made blood pour out of its arm, and it's really favoring its left side, and she looks weak.
All right. 20.
That hits.
Nice.
And down goes the sorceress. Yeah, you stab her again, and this time it's just a and she just falls over. The light in her hands just goes dim. And that makes it Venon's turn.
All right. I'll kind of rotate, kind of like slowly rotate around, like like gladiators matched in an arena.
Right.
But drawing his attention to set up the attack from Bashard, who I see is now coming to his feet. And a Warhammer. So 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
For 12 bludgeoning.
She gets hit, but she seems like kind of tough. She kind of just takes the blow and like shows her teeth at you and anger, and then she hisses and yells back, "Oh yeah, I can do that too," and then misses.
Oh yeah, watch this.
That makes it Sprig's turn.
I could do this all day.
Yeah, I know. But I pop up with Sprig, and I'm gonna go right here. Sprig is like, get up, Fashard. Oh, poops. Sorry. My mouse died.
Wait, Reginald! No!
Reginald, no! Sorry. Is this the? Yes, this is the trip. Sorry. Pop it into the thing. This is the real game. This is the game within the game. Okay. And is gonna just attack with the short sword. 24 to hit. Sneak attack because adjacent to an ally, and bap. 13.
Ooh, that's good.
And gonna follow that up with a offhand, a dagger. That's a miss.
Nope. Sorry.
Just
Stabs Vishard for 7 damage.
God damn it. That's my turn.
All right, Bishard, you're literally up.
All right. Hunter's mark on that. Biatch. And longsword to the back.
Yes.
And I have advantage
That's a
because
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
flanking, so it's a crit.
So it is a crit, yeah.
So it's gonna take 10 points of damage from the sword, but because it's a crit, I get to roll 2d6 on my hunter's mark for an extra 9, so 19 points of damage.
So she's starting to look worn down, and you can tell that her reaction time isn't as quick, and these wounds are starting to draw blood.
All right, and the wolf has a failure, so it's 1 for 1.
And it's Jeb's turn.
What actually happens if your wolf dies?
Nothing. I
I
cry.
mean, wolf dies.
Like roleplay wise, consequences. Mechanic wise, absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Don't you have to get a new doggo though?
Yeah, he has to go out in the woods for a little while.
It's basically he casts Find Familiar and gets another one.
Basically,
Save the
That-
dog.
it's roleplay wise. There's a lot like
Mhm.
that's gonna happen, but right now, even Vashard is more interested in making sure that everything is safe before turning around and seeing to Shade.
Save the dog. Quentin, it's a bonus action. Save the dog.
I think about the healer's kit Sprig gave me, and then I pull out my pike and I move forward and I attack the kobold. Well, I clicked pike. There it is. 21
Mhm.
or 12.
Yep.
And then I'll do it again with my War Priest bonus action thing.
Yep. That hits. Ooh. Yeah, she's starting to stagger around, and when she goes to block, it's more just flailing of arms than it is of actual skill, and that makes it Venon's turn.
You know, when you describe it like that, it makes killing it less fun. Clearly, 12 to hit.
12 misses.
Yeah,
She is
My-
able to block that one.
my heart's just not in it anymore.
Vanit, what are you doing? You had a clear shot.
I feel bad. He looks.
The kobold looks Venom directly in the eyes and winks at him. Venom becomes heartstruck by it.
Make a wisdom saving throw or fall in love.
She grits her.
She made like a sad little whimper.
Yep.
And I was like, "Aww."
She attacks Venon back. And it makes it Sprig's turn.
Sprig is a little bit more heartless, seeing as the kobold almost killed their friend, and is gonna like just go at it with the short sword. Does a 15 hit?
Nope. She swings around and with her short sword and parries you.
Okay, and then he's gonna follow it up with a dagger attack. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay, luckily I get sneak attack damage, so that's 12 points of damage.
And she drops.
Just under, like, parries the blow away, and then Sprig comes up with the dagger just right underneath the armpit and
And everything in the cave is quiet.
And I'm gonna use my last spell slot to heal the pupper.
Is this like an accurate representation of
All right. So
what
all
I
those-
see
Of all those copper pieces,
as the combat dies down?
There's a giant gold bar in there, right? I'm just saying. It's the size of
It's a
me.
giant copper bar.
all right. So here's the thing. The module reads and says none of them are worth anything, but that's kind of horrible. So yes,
That is
there's
hilarious.
a lot of gold there, and there's also a chest hidden
Oh.
among the gold pieces.
Chest, you say?
Oh yeah.
I hope it's not a mimic.
I hope it is.
Sprig sees the chest and, like, even though they're like bleeding and hurt, just immediately goes for it. Is gonna check it for traps.
Yeah.
They can't help themselves. Investigation -1, 14.
It does not seem to be trapped.
Is it locked?
No, it's not. When you open it, there seems to be some sort of armor inside.
Like metal, leather? I'm just gonna pull it out.
Metal. Yeah, I'm sorry. It seems to reflect from the lights of the brazier.
Garbage. Okay.
Whoa, wait.
Anything else?
Nope, that's all that was in the chest.
Just yeah, Sprig just kind of tosses the armor over and then like looks at the chest. Is it too big to carry or?
No. For Sprig, it would be like a good carry, but Sprig could carry the chest.
Okay, Sprig's gonna start just scooping gold and copper or whatever into the chest. So
Yeah.
they're like, garbage. Foomp. As the magical aura flies by, I'm sure. Gold into the chest.
Certainly, yeah. And I guess we can see what all you get at the end here.
Yeah,
Alright.
do you want to end it on that and give us this stuff off camera, or do you want to do
Yeah,
it?
Well, I mean, it's whatever you all want to do.
Well, I mean, people donated, so we should definitely reveal.
We should reveal
Yeah.
it.
Okay, cool. I just rolled, and it was a pretty cool roll. So in addition to the roll, the armor is magic. It's mithril armor, actually.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
But it's mithril what?
Chain.
Chainmail?
Yes, chainmail. And so it takes you about 2 or 3 hours to count all this out, but there were 1,200 copper pieces.
Putting it in my inventory.
And we leave those.
That's Sprig's share.
Sorry, you said 1,200 copper pieces.
1,200, yeah.
Okay.
No one's carrying that.
3,000 silver pieces.
Yep. Okay. 3,000 silver pieces. Yep.
2,300 gold pieces.
2,300. Okay. Yep.
90 platinum pieces.
Dear Lord, I'm so overweight.
There's a small iron statue of a black dragon. There's a pewter hairpin. There's a silk hunter's cap trimmed with sable. I don't know where they got this stuff from. Rabbit fur bracers.
That's good. That's good. You know, it's getting cold out.
2 scrolls.
Oh, of what?
One is a scroll of Longstrider. One is a scroll of Eldritch Blast. There is 2 vials with a like a mud like substance inside of it, like a water and mud like substance, and then another glass vial with a red substance that has little hearts that float around in it.
Oh, that could. Is it a potion of love or a healing potion? Who knows? Heart. Floaty vial. Okay. Obviously, we will divvy this up later. But
Yeah.
for now, it's all in the chest.
Oh, okay. You froze for a second, Manny.
Oh, sorry. We'll divvy it up later, but for now, it's all in the chest. That Sprig is desperately trying to, like, lug. It was, like, clearly not strong enough to. Like, Reginald is down on the floor pushing. You see this little mouse, like, and you hear Sprig, like, chirp, like, squeaking and chirping at him.
It's like so full that you can't close the top. Also, Simon, will you roll a d20 for me?
A d20.
Yeah.
This is how many mimics we find.
Absolutely. 7.
So your dog comes up and bites Jeb in the back of the leg.
What did I ever do?
It's what you didn't do, Jeb. It's what you didn't do.
Yeah, and I think we can end with seeing we see the group sitting around this treasure, kind of counting everything out and divvying it up, and we fade to black, and that's the episode.
Laughing at Jeb getting bitten by the dog.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, thanks for playing, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for DMing. Thanks for watching, chat. Thanks for keeping us company. Let's do our outros. Now the cameras are all over the place. It doesn't matter much. But we moved. Some of us moved places, but it's fine. So we'll start with... Well, let's start with Venom, since you're apparently walking somewhere, so we'll outro you first.
Hey, yeah, sorry. The business center at my apartment closes at 11, so I got kicked out. But I'm Matthew Myers. I am a creator on the DMs Guild, working on a source book on Cormyr called Cormyr, Land of the Purple Dragon. It should release later this month, and my Twitter handle is XP Matthew Lee, and I've got a lot of previews going up. It was supposed to release this week, and we're just not going to quite make it in time with the maps that I have to get done. So it'll be later this month. I also just had 2 con adventures for the Adventures League that released this last week, and links to that are also, I believe, on my Twitter feed.
Super cool.
Cool. Next up, Quentin. Who are you? Where can we find you?
What are the chances I'll get an invite next week? I mean,
I don't know.
as always, had a great time. Uncanny calls out there. I don't know. Anyway, I'm on Twitter at Thragon. I don't post anything, but I just retweet all these cool people's things. So double follow them.
Cool. Manny.
I am Manny, aka Bag of Snails. You can find me at Twitter at bag_of_snails. And in addition to shilling for our wonderful sponsor, Mage Hand Press, and their fantastic setting Dark Matter, I'm also going to shill for myself for a fast second. I just released playtest material for a new Sorcerer's Origin called the Chroma Sorcerer. And I'm going to be putting it up on the DMs Guild before the end of the month. And it is a LGBTQ-inspired class for Pride Month. All sales will go to the Trevor Project once it gets on the DMs Guild. And I'm currently looking for artists from the LGBTQ community to contribute their time if they are interested. So if anybody knows somebody, feel free to DM me. And then the other thing is that I'll be doing a charity live stream to help raise money for the Puppo in 2 weeks or so. So that's all getting sorted out.
Cool.
All right.
Also, buy Mage Hand Press products.
Sorry, Steven.
Oh, no problem. Hi, everybody. Bye, everybody. I'm Steven. You can find me on Twitter at words. You can find me on Twitter at wolfwizard_. My pinned tweet has most of the info about me and my games. Currently, I have 2 games out there. The Deep Dark is a dungeon delving game about helping your friends and keeping your promises. And Adventures in the 100 Kingdoms is an adventure game inspired by the myths and legends of the Philippine Islands. Also on my itch is a pamphlet dungeon that is now pay what you want. So you can get it for free if you really want. And it's a 2-page swamp crawl 05R dungeon crawl that's pretty cool. So check that out too.
And I'm Simon at Wandering DM. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you for playing. Thank you for DMing. Before we leave, we'll go raid our good friends at Off the Table, who are live at the moment. Say hi to them. Most of us here have played on Off the Table before. I think even Quentin and Manny, you've played on Off the Table, or?
I've played with Katie, but I've never played on their channel.
Oh, okay.
I was on a couple of Summer's talk shows back in the day.
Oh yeah, the Off the Table talk show. Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
So let's go and raid them, say hi, and we will see you next week. Ciao,
See you,
everyone.
everybody.